So it is really, really great, guys, to be able to join you here today, especially under these circumstances, and be able to get so many people together to share this event, to share the product, and also to share the business opportunity. So to get started, I'd just like to paint you a picture. So a lot of you get to this situation in your life where, you know, the next exit for you is retirement. And most people spend time planning and really looking forward to their retirement years. You know, we all do that coming up to then. And if you can retire with enough savings and you have your health, and you can look forward to many fabulous years of not having to work every day, not having to wake up to an alarm clock, not having to fight the traffic to and from work, and not having to have deadlines and somebody to answer to at work. It really is something to actually look forward to. Instead, you can read books you've never had the time to read. You can sleep in whenever you want to. You can take wonderful long walks on the beach. You can visit places that you've only ever dreamed or talked about and really plan to do in your retirement. You can start a new hobby. A lot of people don't have time to do this when they're working so hard. And of course, the other one is to spend precious time with family. And everyone has their own idea of what their retirement is going to look like. And for my husband, it was to play golf. That's all he wanted to do. He wanted to travel, of course, but he really wanted to be able to play golf. So imagine working really hard all of your working life and looking forward to all these things and more, and having that dream totally wiped out, as Justin said, due to circumstances beyond your control. And trust me, it can happen. Imagine looking down the barrel of having to work well into your retirement years with absolutely no end in sight and no way out. And that really was us. We were in a very sad place. I was okay. I'm a lot younger than my husband, but he was not. And it was really, really, really tough time that we were looking at having for most of the rest of our lives. So, you know, our story was, I don't have a PhD. I didn't finish high school. I was a hairdresser for 25 years. I owned 3 salons and trained many apprentices. And then for the last 15 years, I was a real estate agent. My husband worked in the power industry for 30 years. He is a mechanical engineer by trade. He was the maintenance manager at the Gladstone Power Station for many years. And then he was the HR manager for the last 7 years of his life there. And then he came and worked with me in real estate for the last few years of his working life. And 70 years ago, Graham was planning our retirement. We had both worked really hard for 40 years, building a really solid property portfolio. And you know the drum, 40-40-40 plan. 40 years, 40 hours plus, and for me it was definitely plus, for 40 years to retire on 40% of your income. And that's literally what a lot of people do today. We thought we were doing okay. We were really quietly confident of a comfortable retirement. And then this happened to our property values, and that was totally out of our control. In 2012, the market started to decline and continued to decline. And by 2018, our properties were worth 50 to 80% less than we owed the bank. It wasn't a good place to be. Many business owners in our town and friends were declared bankrupt. My son and his lovely wife had to declare bankruptcy at that time, and that was a really hard thing for us. Sorry.
We feel for you, Julie. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing.
We couldn't help them. So anyway. We sold our lovely, great big house in 2016 and moved into a unit. That was a big downsize. That was a massive, massive downsize for us. We had no choice but to continue working right through our retirement to keep our heads above water. All our work, we were in real estate, and all our work at that time was mortgage and possession sales. And we were just selling people's homes for the banks. It was a horrible, horrible job. And of course, Graham's dreams of being on a golf course a lot of the week was out the window as well. And I was truly desperate to get him retired and living the life he had worked so hard for. So I needed a plan B. Trust me, we all need a plan B. And my plan B ended up being ASEA, and I'm very grateful for that. After using ASEA for a year, people started asking me what I was doing because they noticed a difference in me. So I made a decision. I wasn't going to go down without a fight, and I realized how much ASEA had changed my life, and I really did know that it could change other people's lives as well. So I started sharing my story, and my ASEA journey began. So think about what your story is. These are the Australian statistics on unemployment, and this is next year. Like, guys, we're not going to get better for a long time, and there will be a lot more people out of work over the next little while. So uncertainty is absolutely just ahead. There is no safety in a job, none. And there is no certainty in your investments that you have today either. It's up to you. To start an ASEA business, there's no qualifications needed. I didn't even have a high school diploma. You have uncapped earning potential. You have flexible hours and time freedom. You can work from anywhere, and I mean anywhere. This is the last couple of years for me. Malaysia, Mexico, the Grand Canyon, Galapagos Islands, Ireland, and many more places that we've been over the last few years. And this is all thanks to ASEA. Network marketing, and especially ASEA, gives you a massive positive environment to work in. It is an incredible positive environment, especially with this particular company. You can get residual income, and as Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And trust me, that's what I thought I was going to have to do before ASEA came along. And of course, you can also earn a true legacy income with ASEA. It is an amazing opportunity. If it wasn't for ASEA, after working 40 years building a property portfolio and looking really forward to retirement, we would have had to keep working for a very long time. In less than 4 years, with consistent effort, part-time for the first few years and then full-time, I now earn more than I ever did in the last 40 years of owning my own businesses or being a very high-paid employee. If you believe in a dream and have the courage to try, absolutely anything is possible. And this is what we look at every day today. We live on a golf course. Thanks to ASEA. The future's just ahead for you. Trust me, guys, you need a plan B, and it could be ASEA. Thank you.